Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this session on the European Big Data Value Forum. Today we have an amazing roster of speakers. Monique Calisti, President of Digital for Planet, Mark Dietrich, Senior Consultant at the AGI Foundation, myself, CTO of Martel Innovate, Professor Falsafi from EPFL, Simon Interholzer, Researcher at Borderstrap, Marta Munoz, Senior Analyst at IDC, and Bernard Spatial, Innovation Manager at AVL List. And we are gathering together all these amazing speakers today to explore a bit what are the challenges to support digital transformation through green cloud edge technologies. And in particular, I will first give you a quick overview of the project that organized the session, which is HCloud, and then I'll give quickly the floor to my colleague Mark for introducing a bit the vision and the findings we have been gathering in the project in almost 2 years of research, analysis, interviews, and much more. And following this introductory part, we will have a panel with the expert I introduced before, trying to gather from them a bit of understanding of what are the view from the end application in the verticals, like in the case of the automotive, from the research and from the policy aspects, and also from the market aspect, of course. So I hope you will all enjoy this session, and I'm moving ahead with the introduction to our project. So very quickly, what is the aim of HCloud? HCloud is a project funded by the European Commission and is a CSA and is in the context of the cloud computing. And the role that we have is gathering together the community to coordinate it and ensuring that together we are able to define an agenda that will help the definition of the future for cloud computing in Europe. And this is why for us the topic today is very hot and important. We are running different activities in the project. I don't want to enter in much details. We have event organization, we have analysis run through the landscape, and we have strategic direction. And in fact, this is, of course, supported by a number of partners, Martel, represented by myself, AGI, today we have Mark, IDC, even though Marta is not directly involved in the project, of course, she is here thanks to the support of IDC, and then across limits. As I mentioned, we quite analyzed the landscape of initiative, also with an eye on a green initiative related to cloud and edge computing in Europe, and we also profiled this initiative in a catalog that is available online. We are doing really a lot of activities on the engagement of the community. We had the summit last year, a new summit is coming up, and I will give you also a few details for that if you are interested to join. All these activities that we are running are meant to build a strategic direction meant for different stakeholders, from the research to the industry to the policy making. And given that we are going to have our annual major event in next week, we are also going to release shortly a new white paper presenting our findings. And about that, I hope many of you will be interested to join our events next week. It was supposed to be in presence event, but with what is happening, we moved the event online, and is of course free registration, and we will have also there an amazing roster of speakers, and I hope many of you will join us at the event. Said that, I'm happy that I saved some time so that we are not consuming too much, and I hand over to Mark for the following presentation. And meanwhile, I gently ask Verena to provide relevant links in the B2Match chat. Thanks a lot for joining today, and see you later. Mark, the floor is yours.
Thanks very much, Federico. First, can you hear me okay? Okay. The next challenge for the technically challenged is to share the screen. So maybe even though Federico has given me an extra 4 minutes, we'll see how much of that I need to make this work. Okay. And are you seeing the correct version of this? It's perfect. Okay. All right. So let's go. So welcome today. We're going to talk about the green cloud edge transition for a sustainable digital transformation. I think we've managed to get every single important word into that title. So we're going to try to explore how we're going to capture all these concepts. So Federico has provided a bit of a background about the HCloud project, the Horizon Cloud project. And of course, we're going to talk today a lot about the European Union's dual transformation, the digital and carbon transformation that is being discussed at great length in many different contexts. So this is not just about the cloud, it's about the cloud to edge continuum. We know that the data is largely already sitting at the edge. So our challenge now is to move the processing there as opposed to bringing the data to some central place. So the edge is going to be increasingly important, if not the dominant mode of digital transformation for the future. So our challenge is, how can digital transformation, particularly at the edge, be sustainable? So the cloud itself, or the cloud to edge, is a key component of many European Commission strategies. So it shaping Europe's digital future, a European strategy for data, et cetera. Many of these are you're all probably very familiar with these. The challenge is, how do we do all these things, achieve all these objectives, and keep it sustainable? So let's explore where we stand today. One of the objectives that was recently set in the Digital Compass was that by 2030, the European Union would like European Union organizations, 75% of them, to be using the cloud. And if we look at some of the Eurostat data from 2020, there's a bit of work to do. Here we're showing the use of sort of more aggressive cloud-based services. This is not just using the cloud for your email, but doing something from a real standpoint, from a business standpoint. And we see the EU 27, we see lots of selected countries. This is not every country. Some, at least in their large enterprises, are quite close to the objective, to the 2030 target already. But their full economies are a little farther away. And then some of the bigger economies in the EU 27 are still quite a ways away. So if you look at France and Germany over on the right. Moving ahead. There we go. Looking at the spending